Hello, hello, and welcome. Today we are going to be taking a thrifted paperback Christmas book and making 5 different handmade gifts. I did already pre-make all of these. It's not going to be a detailed tutorial. Unfortunately, I started off the video doing a detailed tutorial and my phone ran out of storage. My microphone died. I had to recharge it. There was just so many technical difficulties for me, so I decided, you know what? I'm going to make each item, I'll show them to you, and then maybe in future videos I can show a detailed breakdown of how I make every single item, depending on the comments, depending what you guys are interested in and what you like. Here is our thrifted book. It's definitely a little beat up. It's had better days. I did get this from a free little library in my local area. I always donate books to there because I do run a full-time book business. So I'm selling books, getting books, donating books all the time. And this is just one way that I choose to upcycle them. Now I've taken out the inside pages, but the biggest reason that I really like using paperback books specifically is because all you need is a staple remover, and you can remove out the staples in the inside of the book very easily. So I do recommend, if you're outsourcing at your local thrift store or wherever, to make sure that it's very easy to remove the binding, because you're going to need those long full images depending on what type of craft you decide to do and decide to make. It's just so much easier than choosing a hardcover book. All right, first up we have a bookmark, okay? Very simple, very expected from a book to make bookmarks, right? So for anyone interested in doing this, this is 6.5 by 2.5. I do make handmade bookmarks and sell them in my Etsy shop, so this is kind of the common dimensions that I use for my handmade bookmarks. And then the inside page here is 2 inches by 6 inches. And as you're sorting through the book and just picking an image, it's totally up to you if you're okay with text being on here or not. I was fine with that. And then as far as tools, again with this video, I'm trying to keep it very, very simple. Things that you would have in your stash or have laying around the house already. In theory, all you have to do is get that paperback Christmas book. We have a hole punch, and we threw that in the top here, and then we added a tassel. Now again, I am a bookmark maker, so I have tassels laying around. If you have ribbon, if you have yarn, if you have other things that you'd like to use, or don't throw a tassel in there at all. You could just give it just like this. And another great complement to this would be maybe another thrifted book. You put them together and that's an awesome Christmas gift. You could also sign the back, put the year on there, especially if you're making these with kiddos. It's a really, really fun memento. Now, for me personally, I also like to laminate my bookmarks. So that's an additional thing you could do before hole punching and adding the tassel. You could laminate these. I like to use 5mm lamination for my bookmarks, especially the ones that I'm selling, but 3mm would still be fine. It's just a little bit more flexible. 5mm is a little sturdy. Now, for the cardstock, if you have it, great. If you don't, that's still fine. You could just use the paper directly from the book, hole punch it, and throw a ribbon on there, and it's still a really cute bookmark. It's just going to be a little bit flimsier. So if you do have any type of thicker paper or cardstock, even if it's just regular paper that you could add to the backing just to add some sturdiness to it so it lasts. We want it to last. Next, we have an ornament, and before you judge me, I really had good intentions with this, and I think if I could redo it, it would be more of like a collage look. For the entire cutout, have an image and then put this over it and then this over it and have it be more of like a layered collage look. I don't like how open it is around here. Again, I was just playing around with different ideas. You could do a circle, you could make it look like a traditional ornament, you could do a star, you could do a snowman. I mean, I don't know, whatever you're good at drawing and cutting out. This looks cute. I would add more, like I would probably maybe cut out this little clown here, maybe cut out one of the elves and just kind of add it around. I like the idea of making it more of a collage art style. I think that would be really cute. Again, if you have a laminator, you could throw this in the laminator, make the lamination as tight as you can, and then cut around it. Again, just for sturdiness, we want it to last, right? And then a hole punch. I happen to have this really pretty ribbon just kind of hanging around. If you don't have this pretty, Christmas themed ribbon, that's totally fine. Use yarn, a shoestring, other ribbons, other colors, anything that maybe can complement these colors. Blue would look really cute with this. And again, if you wanted to paint or maybe add names or the year on any of these, again, especially if you're making them with kiddos, great, great idea. Beautiful Christmas gift. Next up, we have notebooks. These are more like junk journal style notebooks or sketchbooks or scrapbooks or whatever. They're more, they're meant to be not as traditional notebooks, I guess. I'm going to show two different styles, okay? Because this style requires a tool that many households don't necessarily have. If you have one of these elongated staplers, I don't know the formal name for these, but I absolutely love them because it allows you to add the paper in pretty far and allows you to staple a lot farther down the page than a traditional stapler allows you to. So, for example, with this, I did 12 inches by 6 inches. And again, this is where having those paperback books is really nice. So you can just take out the staples in the middle and use that big long page worth. So 12 by 6, I folded it over. I added in some notebook paper. Now this is 8.5 by 11 college ruled basic notebook paper. So you do have that 1 inch discrepancy. If you wanted to use watercolor paper, sketchbook paper, scraps, whatever you got, you could definitely cut this down too, totally up to you. But essentially you just throw that in, do some staples, fold it back over, and there you go. There is your notebook. Now, I personally like using edge rounders as much as possible. So I just do like a little edge rounder. I use medium on this one, just a little subtle thing. And I want to note that I did do that for this bookmark as well. I did the small setting for this. This is one of my favorite round edgers. All the materials I use, I will put links in the description of this video in case you have any interest in anything like that. All right, so that's one way to do the notebook. Another way is to just do 6 by 6. Okay, this is 6 by 6. And just take the pages, again, 6 by 6, a lot easier to do with notebook paper here. And then I have a back, a 6 by 6 back. Typical, just normal stapler that you can use for this. I did about 1 inch in, I did 3 different staples, and boom. Simple as that. Now I did choose to put some washi tape to just kind of dress it up a little bit, cover up the staples. I think that just looks a little bit nicer than having staples just kind of hanging out there. But again, totally up to you. Now again, you could dress this up, you could round the corners of these pages. And again, keep in mind the thickness of your notebook, keep that in mind. So depending on the type of stapler you have, you're going to possibly have some limitations there. So just keep that in mind with how thick you decide to make it. In my case, I think this stapler, again, this would just be your kind of traditional stapler. Most of them do, I think, like 25 or 20-ish pages at a time. That's a good, nice little sketchbook or junk journal or whatever for somebody. Next up, we have my absolute favorite. This is not totally adorable. This is my absolute favorite item to make. I sell it at craft fairs. I give it out as gifts every year to my daughter's teachers. Absolutely love this. Okay, so to make this, you need a 6 by 6 sheet of paper, okay? And I will do a tutorial on this maybe another time, but essentially you fold it over, you make it into a T pocket, make it into a little pocket here, and you're gonna wanna use some adhesive to just kind of keep everything tied down here in the front. And then you put in a tea packet. And boom, you're done. You could add a sticker to kind of dress it up, or if you wanted to get fancy, you could kind of move that over to the side and get one of those little mini candy canes and throw that in there. That would be a really nice touch. If you have any honey packets, you could throw that in there, again, depending on the type of tea that you have. Really, really cute idea. I absolutely love using this. And you can kind of be intentional with the different design and the different image that you choose. So that way in the front, I don't know if you can kind of see that here, but we have Santa on the inside here. I really, really like that. And then having the reindeer on the back, that's really cute. I just think it's cute. Adding the Santa hat, it goes perfect with the Santa themed book. Boom. Easy gift that most people enjoy. And again, you could also throw in coffee or whatever, little coffee, instant coffee packets. So many different options of how you can dress this up and make it your own. And then finally, we have a very easy, simple idea. This is really fun for kids, and it might be something that you want to do in bulk, but you can go through the pages of the book and find little images or faces, cut them in circles, get some double-sided tape. I used the foam tape for this specific video, but you could get just regular double-sided tape as well. It doesn't have to be the foam kind. And you just throw it on the back. Don't peel it off, leave it on there. Maybe do a pack of 5 to 10, put them together in like a nice little gift bag or something, and you just made some homemade stickers for kids or a friend that maybe is a junk journaler, especially if you have crafting friends. These are so fun and different things that they can use in their crafting, scrapbooking, junk journaling, etc. So this is a nice little thoughtful gift. Think of it kind of like a sticker pack, right? Most sticker packs come in a pack of 10, even from the Dollar Tree. So maybe 5 to 10 of these and putting it again in a nice little gift bag or something like that. Perfect, cute little stocking stuffer idea. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please let me know in the comments which one did you like the most. I tried to keep them very simple and simple things that you would have around the house, easily available, and I tried to keep them practical, right? These are practical gifts, things that people would actually keep and not just kind of toss or not use throughout the year. Ornaments and bookmarks people will continue to use. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I appreciate you watching so much, and we will see you in the next video.